Okay, so today we are going to discuss about uh, difficult configuration of reliability block diagram. Okay, a simple example for difficult configuration is this one. So this one is a reliability block diagram with a difficult configuration. So first note down this diagram. So this one is a difficult configuration because uh, there is no direct method to solve this problem. Please note, if we don't have this element, if this element is absent, then we can easily solve this. If 5 is absent, then the reliability block diagram will be the first element, then second element, right? Then here we have third element, okay? Then here we have fourth element, right? If fifth element is absent. Okay, so this one is a reliability block diagram. Now, uh, if fifth component is 1, means probability of fifth component is 1, means if this part is simply connected, say like this one, if instead of 5, if this one is something like this one, then what we have? We have reliability block diagram something like this one, right? If instead of 5, if that one is a shortcut, that one is simply connected, then please note this one is reliability block diagram is something like this one. If you have reliability block diagram something like this, we can easily solve. Why? Because 1 and 3 are a parallel block, 2 and 4 are parallel block. Why? If we have something like this one, then I can redraw this one as I can redraw this reliability block diagram as something like this one. Okay, so there is no need to draw like this way. We can simply connect this one. Okay, so if instead of 5, if it is a shortcut, please note instead of 5, if it is a shortcut, then we can consider it as a series combination of two parallel blocks. These are two parallel blocks, and we have the series configuration of two parallel configurations. If it is a shortcut, okay. If it is a if it is open, then we have the parallel configuration of two series configuration. So this is one series configuration, then this is second series configuration, then we have a parallel configuration of two series configuration if it is open. If it is fully closed, then we have the series configuration of two parallel configuration. But here what is the problem? This one is not open, this one is not fully closed. Here we have an element. We have an element between these two things. So how to solve this one? That's the question. So two methods are there. Okay. First method is draw a path from, I told you this is 1, this is P of S. We are calculating the probability of survival from this point to this point. So please note, this system will survive if this path is survived. So this is path 1. Draw paths from 1 to P of S. So this P of S will survive if path 1 is survived, or path 2 is survived. So this is path 2, or path 3 is survived. So this is path 3, or path 4 is survived. So this is path 4. So we have 4 paths. Path 1 is 1, 2. That elements 1, 2. The series configuration of elements 1, 2. Path 2 is the elements 1, 5, 4. Path 3 is element 3, 5, 2. And path 4 is element 3, 4. So the system will survive if any one of these paths is survived. The system will survive. Means we can redraw the reliability block diagram as this is path 1, that is if x1 and x2 are survived simultaneously, that is path 1 is survived. That is sufficient for the survival of probability system. Then what is the second path? X1, then X5, then X4. So X1, X5, X4. That is another parallel path. Then what we have? X3, X5, then X2. That is another parallel path. Then X3, X4. Means if you have a bridge configuration, this configuration is known as bridge configuration, then redraw the bridge configuration into the parallel configuration. So here we have 4 parallel parts, right? So this one is redrawn into 4 parallel parts. Now find the reliability of this parallel path. Find the reliability of system reliability of this reliability block diagram. Please note this one is the modified reliability block diagram of this bridge configuration. This one is a simple bridge configuration. Okay, for example, if this is 0.9, this is 0.8, this is 0.9, this is 0.8 and this is 0.7, what we have to do? First read out the reliability block diagram. Now then mark the reliability. What is x1? 0.9. So this x1 is also 0.9. Now what about x2? 0.8. Means this is 0.8. Then this is also 0.8. Now what about S3? S3 is 0.8. Means this is 0.8. This is also 0.8. Then what about reliability of fourth element? That is 0.7. Means this is 0.7. Then this is 0.7. Now what about the reliability of fifth element? That is 0.9. Means this is 0.9. This is 0.9. Then you are familiar with how to solve the reliability of a system. How to find the reliability of a system. First combine these 2 elements. Then these 3 elements. Then these 3 elements. Then these 2 elements. So we have 4 elements in parallel after solving this. Then find the probability of that parallel configuration. So it will give the system reliability. So if the reliability block diagram is something like, in some situation they will give the reliability block diagram like with arrow mark. If there is no arrow mark, clearly it is starting from this point and this one is a final point. This one is a starting point and this one is a terminating point. Means this one is a system reliability. So if they are giving arrow mark, then in some situation you can see arrow mark like this one. And here you can see both direction. Means we have a path through 1, 2. As we are following this arrow mark, then we have a path through 1, 5, 4. Then we have path through 3, 5, 2. Then we have path through 3, 4. So that means we have reliability block diagram. We can modify the reliability block diagram like this one. Is it okay? Here this one is arrow mark. Okay. Then here it is unidirectional. Only one direction we have. Then what is the system reliability or how to find the system reliability? So here you can see that we have a path from, so path 1 is through 1 and 2. That is path 1 through 1 and 2. Okay. Then path 2. The path 2 is through 1, 5 and 4. So 1, 5 and 4. Then path 3 is through 3 and 4. You please note there is no path through 3, 5 and 2 due to this arrow mark. Okay. So in this case the modified reliability block diagram is x1, that is a probability of means the survival event of first element. Then x2, so survival event of second element. Okay. Now second path is 1 means survival event is x1, then 5 survival event is x5, then 4 survival event is x4. Okay, then similarly last path is 3 4 means x3 series with x4. So this one is a modified reliability block diagram of the BRIT configuration shown. Is it okay? So we already discussed about the how to find the system reliability of this BRIT configuration. The method is find the parallel parts of this BRIT configuration, and by using parallel path modify the reliability block. So this is one method. Second method is, indirectly we already discussed about that. The second method is, what we are finding? We are finding the probability of survival of the system. So here find what is the probability of survival of the system if this event is survived. If this event is survived means if x5 equal to 1 or simply x5 into the probability of survival of that event. What we are doing? We are replacing this event with a shortcut. That is the meaning. What is the probability of the system if this one is a closed path? So P of S equal to the probability of survival of this system if this one is closed, that is P of S slash xy equal to 1 if xy is survived, into the probability of survival of that event, plus, now what is the probability if it is open? That is P of S, open means if that element is failed, then P of S slash xy equal to 0, that is xy bar into probability of xy bar. Is it okay? We can write this equation as P of S is equal to P of S slash xy into P of xy. I told you xy means xy equal to 1 plus P of S slash xy bar into, what about P of xy bar? That is nothing but 1 minus P of xy. So this is second method. What we are doing? First, we are assuming that the bridge element, this one is a bridge element, that one is closed, means if this one is survived, we are finding the system reliability. Then we are assuming that this one is failed, then we are finding the system reliability. So that is, this is system reliability if this one is survived, and this one is a system reliability if S5 is failed. Now by using these two elements, we are finding the probability of survival of the system. That is P of S is equal to P of S slash xy into P of xy plus P of S slash xy bar into 1 minus P of xy. Okay, so this one is the second method. Okay, so please note down this equation. P of S is equal to the probability of survival of the system is equal to probability of survival of the system if xy is survived into P of xy plus probability of survival of the system if xy is failed into 1 minus P of xy. Okay, so this one is a probability of survival of the system. But please note, this particular one is P of S slash xy equal to 1. This one means, I told you this one is closed. This is nothing but, this particular one is P of S slash xy equal to 1, and second one is if it is open. Open means if this one is failed, then this one is the reliability block diagram, means this path is failed. That is P of S slash xy equal to 0. So please note, this is P of S slash xy equal to 1. Now this is P of S slash xy equal to 0. So how we are finding the probability of survival? Multiply this one with P of xy, multiply this one with P of xy bar and add it together. So we have the system level. Say take this one is 0.95, this is 0.92, this is 0.93, this is 0.94, and this is 0.98, and find the system reliability. You can use any one method. First one is by using the parallel path method. So here the first parallel path is 0.95, then 0.93. This is one path. Second path is 0.95, then 0.92, then 0.98. Then third path is 0.94, then 0.92, then 0.93. That is this parallel path. The last one is 0.94, then 0.98. So this one is the last parallel path. You can see that the direction is not given. So it is starting from this point to this point, means we have four paths. That is one path through 1 and 2, second path through 1, 5 and 4, third path through 3, 5 and 2, and fourth path is through 3 and 4. Okay, so we have four paths. And this is P of S. So what we have to do? First we have to find the net reliability of each series configuration. So this is first series configuration. So we have 0.95 into 0.93, right? So 0.95 into 0.93. So we have 0.8835. This is first one. Now find the second one. This is 0.95 into 0.92 into 0.93. So we have 0.81282. 0.81282. Okay. That is second one. Now find the net reliability of this series configuration. That is 0.94 into 0.92 into 0.93. So that is equal to 0.804264. 0.804264. Now the last one. Find the reliability of this one. So that is 0.94 into 0.98. So that is equal to 0.9212. So now what we have, all paths are replaced with corresponding reliability. So these are parallel path. Okay. So these are parallel path. Point 0.95 into 0.92 into 0.98. 0.95 into 0.92 into 0.98. That is okay. That is 0.85. Second one. This second one is different. Sorry. So this is 0.85652. 0.95 into 0.92 into 0.98. Okay. I think I took 0.95 into 0.92 into 0.93. That is a mistake. So these are the parallel configuration. Now we have to find the system reliability. So what we have to do? As it is a parallel configuration, find the failure of each element, take its product, subtract it from 1. So we have 1 minus 0.8835 into next failure is 1 minus 0.85652 into next failure is 1 minus 0.804264. 0.804264. 0.64 into the last failure is 1 minus 0.9212. So the final answer, the system reliability of this bridge configuration is 0.9997. The remaining terms are 2, 1, like that way. So I'm using 5 significant digits. So this one is answer. Is it correct? 0.99974. This one is a system reliability. Is it okay?